Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was doing something else really fast. I was trying to get a thumbnail ready to go, and I thought I could do it before 5:30, but then I messed it up, and so I had to redo it. But I'm here now. Staijah will hopefully be here in a couple of minutes as well. I am going to grab my camera for my laptop during this first sprint. I hope I'm not super blurry. I know my camera on my laptop is not super amazing, but hello and welcome to some reading sprints. Super excited to be here. Just got off work like an hour ago, but I have no homework to do tonight, so I am just going to be reading Frayed and probably another book as well when I feel like I need to switch back and forth a little bit, but we will hopefully be here for at least a couple of hours. I'm hoping maybe 3 or 4. That way I can still get to bed at a semi-decent time. Fingers crossed. That's the goal always. But yes, let me know what y'all will be reading if you're not reading Frayed. You definitely do not have to be reading our book club book in order to sprint with us. So feel free to let me know if you're reading Frayed or if you're reading something else. Let me go grab my camera really fast and get it set up. That way my image, at least on my end, is pretty blurry. So let me go grab it really fast. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got it. We're good to go. Just get it set up really fast. And then I will text Staijah and ask her where she is. Get this all set up. I am very much not prepared for this at all. Okay, I'm going to be covered for a second. Okay. Here we go, I think. Yes. My brain isn't done. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That looks much better on my end. Okay. Let me go through some of these comments. Hello, welcome. Hello, Lorraine. Hi, Sabrina. Hello, Samantha. Hi, welcome. I'm only one chapter into Frayed, so I'll be getting more into it during these sprints. Very fun. I am excited to start it. I've read one book by Laura Pavlov and gave it 5 stars. So I do have high hopes for this one as well. I do already have my key and stuff ready to go. So hopefully I can just jump right in a second. Hi, I am reading We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Very nice. I just started Frayed like 10 minutes ago, so that's what I'll be reading. We love to see it. Hello. I am reading The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell, the second book in the Last Magician series. Very fun. I feel like I've heard of those before, but I haven't read them. I hope you're enjoying. Hello. Hi. I'm reading Crescent City. I just started it yesterday. I read that book last year, did a reading vlog for it, gave it 5 stars, and was like crying. So I hope you enjoy it. I still need to read the second book though. I'm very scared, to be honest. Currently waiting for Lanson. You need to tell him to hurry up because I need you on here with me, please, and thank you. I've read one book by Laura Pavlov too and loved it. I am hoping I love this one as well. Which book did you read, Sabrina? Did we read the same book by her? Because okay. Staijah answered my question that I just asked. You and Sabrina have read the same Laura Pavlov and both because I told you all to. Look at you being an influencer, Staijah. I was going to read something on Kindle, but I'm exhausted, so I think I'm going to listen to The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I read that book last year as well, I think last August or September, and gave it, I want to say 5 stars. I think I loved it, even though the ending was kind of confusing. I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars, but let me confirm that really fast. I don't want to casually lie to you about that. Let me look up. Okay, one second. My laptop is on a stand, but maybe if we do that, okay. This nifty little thing, but okay. Let me look it up really fast. The House. Okay, y'all still cannot see me with the comments. The House Across the Lake. I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars. I did. I was obsessed with that book. I'm such a huge fan of unreliable characters and unlikable characters, and I couldn't not give it 5 stars. I don't think Staijah gave it 5 stars, but I think she also loved it because we read it around the same time, I believe. Marines run on their own schedule. I hope you love Crescent City. I love that book, but still haven't read the second book either. LOL. I know it's just sitting on my shelf staring at me every day, but it's fine. Yes, you made a staijah. I'm glad, though. It was great. It was really good. That was one of my first ever small town romances, and she definitely made me understand the hype of that trope. So definitely a fan now. But I wasn't always super sold on the idea of small town for no good reason at all. But yeah, I love a good small town romance now. So thanks, Staijah. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and roll for our first sprint. Oh, let's see. Dice roller. If my phone decides to work. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and roll. 10. All right. We'll be doing our first reading sprint for 50 minutes. I'll go ahead and put in the banner. We can go ahead and start at 45. So we'll be reading until 35. And if Staijah is not on by then, we can scream at her because that should give her and Lanson plenty of time to get home. Just saying. And then she can hop on and we can read the book together, hopefully. I did love The House Across the Lake and I gave it 4.5 stars. I need to get his new one, whatever it's called. I don't even know what the name of it is. But I need to get it. I don't need to get it. I want to get it from Book of the Month because all my other Riley Sager books are Book of the Month. I'm like looking at my set right now, but I don't have my Book of the Month subscription anymore. So I might just like rebuy it or like buy it used from somebody. But I haven't thought it through very much yet. But I do want to read his new one. I've really enjoyed all of his stuff pretty much. So I need to get to it. Hi, starting frayed in these sprints. Very fun. I am too. Hello, all. I think I'm going to join in for this book. Yay, so excited. I'll hopefully be back by then. Good. As you should. I don't know what Lanson's is doing. The only one left, I think, is the newest, and I think I'll probably do a vlog again. I honestly don't even know what it's about. Let's look it up. But I just know that I love him, love his books, so I'm going to read it naturally. But let me look it up. It has a 4.26 rating so far, which is good. I feel like for one, a thriller, and two, Riley Sager. I feel like a lot of his books are like very much hit or miss for people. But I guess you could probably say that about all the books. But I don't remember any of his other ones having that good of a rating. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, this one is about another female main character who probably is made to be not very smart, as his thrillers tend to do, in my opinion, which is really annoying, but I still get addicted to them. It's about a girl named Lenora who hung her sister with a rope. Wait. At 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope. Now reduced to a schoolyard chant, the Hope family murder shocked the Maine coast one bloody night in 1929. While most people assume 17-year-old Lenora was responsible, the police were never able to prove it. Stabbed her. Oh, so it's like a play on all these, like not nursery rhymes, but kind of schoolyard chants, I guess. Interesting. Because there's also, I don't know, I'm kind of confused, to be honest. Stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It is now 1983, and home health aide Kit McDear arrives at a decaying Hope's End to care for Lenora after a previous nurse fled in the middle of the night. It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. So it's like rhyming and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm kind of confused, but I kind of want to read it still, or I really want to read it. Goal is to get to 120 pages. Very nice. I'm hoping to get to maybe 25% tonight would be my goal. That's my plan, but we'll see. I don't know what it's about either, but it's been getting great ratings. It sounds very creepy. I think it's inspired by an actual event. I don't know. I could be lying. Who knows? Who knows? Gives me Daisy Darker vibes based on that. I've never read Daisy Darker, not yet. I need to. I loved Rock, Paper, Scissors and every other book I've read by Alice Feeney, but I also have not read that one, which is very sad, especially because I feel like I owned it at one point, but maybe I didn't. I don't actually know. I already wrote the poem and then wrote the book around the poem. That's fair. Okay, I feel like that makes sense from what I've read so far. Sorry, I was like reading this comments before I actually read yours. I can't with Sager anymore. He biffs all his endings and loves the 80s slasher theme so much that he writes his female characters as if it's the 80s and not 40 years later. I do agree that his female main characters tend to be not my favorite, not because like he just does a poor job at writing them, in my opinion. I feel like most of his female main characters are the same in their personalities. Like there's no difference between a lot of them, but I will still eat all of his stuff up. But also I totally get that. Loved Daisy Darker too. I need to read it. I really do. I do. He has really interesting ideas, but he doesn't write the story very well. That's also fair. I have a love-hate relationship with Sager, but I can't help but read everything he writes. I also agree with this. I will read everything. Although so far, I think the worst rating I've given was Home Before Dark, and I gave it 3.5 stars. But really, it's because I'm a fan of like all things terrible. So like, the more unlikable a character is, the more untrustworthy a character is, like, I'm more bound to love it. So it's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and start our first sprint. I'll see y'all back here in 50 minutes. I'll get the banner put up. But until then, happy reading, and Staijah, you better hop on. All right, I'll talk to y'all in 50 minutes. is done. Let me know how you did. I got to page 29 of Frayed, and then I popped in my audiobook for My Dearest Darkest so I could go out to the kitchen and make some dinner. I might go make more food in a second because I am still very hungry after that. So I might continue listening to this one for a little bit while I do that. But yes, let me know how y'all did. Got through 14%, very nice, 20 pages, 10 pages. Well, I didn't read. I will next sprint. That is okay. 8%, perfect. Let me go ahead and roll. That way we can do our next sprint at 40. Staijah obviously did not make it, but hopefully during the next one, fingers crossed, she said that she is still waiting for her husband, so we'll see when she pops on. All right, next sprint will be for 30 minutes, starting at 40. So we'll go until 10 past. Okay. Got to page 105 of Women of the Post by Deshonda Sanders, and a historical fiction book. Very nice. Glad you could join us, Glenda. I read only 10 pages. That's still progress, so we love to see it. Got a little more read in my book. That's awesome. Okay, we'll go ahead and do our next sprint in 3 minutes. Let me see if Staijah has given me another update, perchance. No, she has not. Although she hasn't read my message yet, so maybe that means she's driving. But also maybe she's, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she will not be on for these sprints. We will see. Trying to finish Wrong Place, Wrong Time before I start Frayed. Let me look that one up because I feel like I know what that one is. Wrong Place. Yes, the Gillian McAllister book. I've read one book by this author, I think, and I didn't love it, but their books do sound pretty interesting, I will say. Maybe it's not this author because I don't recognize any of these titles. Maybe it's not this author that I'm thinking of that I've read before, but this one does sound good. Can you stop a murder after it's already happened? Huh. Okay, maybe I'll have to, here, I'll go ahead and add it to my one to read. Because that does sound interesting. I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, put it on my shelf. 2022 release. Okay. That sounds really good. I'm always adding too many books to my TBR, but that's okay. No regrets. I don't think I've read from her before. This is pretty good. It has a 4.04 rating on Goodreads, which I feel like is pretty impressive for a thriller. I feel like thrillers tend to not be rated as highly just based off, at least the ones that I read, like compared to other genres. A majority of them are not rated as highly, but maybe that's just me. But this one has a pretty high rating, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. Same, my TBR is wild. Yeah, it's honestly a problem, and so are all the books that I have on my bookshelf. There are too many here. Far too many books on my shelf, but maybe I can get it down. I don't know. We'll see. All right, y'all. We got one. Oh, okay. It is now 40, so we're going to go ahead and do our next sprint for 30 minutes, and I'll see y'all back here at 10 past. All right, y'all. That was the end of another sprint. Let me know how you did. I got to 86 of My Dearest Darkest and 43 of Frayed. Already, it's not the same as the other book that I read by her. I'm not loving it as much at this point in it, but hopefully it shapes up to be better than where it's currently sitting. But we shall see, I guess. But yes, let me know how y'all did. We'll probably do, I'm kind of thinking 2 more sprints after like this one that we just finished. It is a work night for me, so I don't want to stay up too late, but I think that doing 2 more sprints gets us a solid amount of reading time in this evening or afternoon, depending on where you live. So let me go ahead and roll for our next sprint, and then I'll go through some of the comments that are here. But our next sprint is going to be for 45 minutes. So that's perfect. And then we might just do a short one to finish things off afterward. So we'll go ahead and start this 45-minute sprint at 15, and we'll read until the hour. Say that really fast. Okay. Let's see. Just joining, not reading Frayed, but decided to join for some sprints with you all, reading You by Caroline Kepnes. I really enjoyed that book when I read it not last year. I read the 3rd book last year. When I read, maybe 2 years ago, actually. You Love Me is the 3rd book in the series. I think I read that book 2 years ago. I read You, it must have been summer 2020, because I remember being home in our old house during COVID when I read it. So it was definitely during like that quarantine season. And I really enjoyed it. I definitely had to take a break from the series in between You and Hidden Bodies, which is the sequel, because I was honestly so creeped out by Joe. And I was like, whoa, this is just a lot. But really enjoyed it. Also love the TV show. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. I do have the 4th one on my Kindle that I need to read. Haven't gotten to it yet, but I want to at some point. Oh, that is a great book. I've only read the first 2. Don't plan on continuing with it, but You is great and creepy. You is very creepy. I feel like, yeah, I don't know if the story necessarily needed to continue, like the series, but I don't know. The TV show is so popular that maybe that's helped the book series, because the books and the TV show are so different. I love them both equally. They both have their strengths, and I love them, but I kind of wonder if maybe, I don't know, I wonder if Caroline had plans to continue on with the series as much as she has, if it wasn't for the TV show like gaining traction on the books, if that makes sense. I don't know. I ate dinner and read 20 pages, very fun. Get to page 70, awesome. Got to page 162, and I'm putting my kids to bed. I wish you luck. I actually got all my children to nap today at work, which was amazing. Things are getting really good in Wrong Place, Wrong Time. That's awesome. Read another 8%, and now I'm considering buying concert tickets. LOL. I support that. You should. I have to work too. Tomorrow is my Friday. Yay. That's awesome. Tomorrow is my longest work day of the week. I work from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., but I get off work really early on Fridays, so it's okay. Like, I'm always like, if I can do Thursday, then Friday is my reward, because I work like 5.5-hour days on Friday, so I'm off work by 1, and I plan to go sit out at the pool, maybe film my mid-year book freakout tag before going to lay out for a while. But yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, that's awesome for you. I'm very excited for you. I have classes tomorrow, so 2 more sprints sounds perfect. Joe is super creepy. Yes, he is very creepy. I've seen the first 2 seasons. I only watched the first season. I'm just obsessed with Penn Badgley, who plays Joe, so I keep watching for him pretty much, but I am excited for the final season to come out. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and do our last sprint. Not our last sprint, our 45-minute sprint, which will be our second to last sprint. And I'm a minute past, but that's okay. I will see you all back here in 45 minutes. Another sprint is done. Let me know how you did. I got to page 82 of my book and I'm almost to the 25% mark. So I'm planning to just finish off this chapter probably during our final sprint and then call it a night on this one because I'll have to do a vlog update at some point, probably Friday afternoon when I get home from work. So if I can just make it to that point, then I'll feel good about where I am in this one for the evening. But I can't believe I've read 82 pages of that so far. I feel like I've been reading it fast once I have gone into it, you know? I read 50 pages. I have 24 left. That's awesome. Hopefully you can finish it during our last sprint or get super close to the end. I read 25 pages. Awesome, awesome. We'll go ahead and do a short sprint to finish. We'll probably do a 20-minute sprint starting at 5 past. We'll wrap up at 25 past, then I'll end the live show around half past. That way, yeah, I can start getting ready for bed and things like that. I am definitely feeling sleepy laying here in my bed to read. Got a little distracted, but read another 6%. That's still awesome. Got to page 112. That sounds great. We love to see it. We love to see all of the progress, y'all. I'm planning to do this again next Wednesday afternoon. I get off work at 4:30 on Wednesdays and we'll probably run home really fast, take a shower, and do sprints again at 5:30. I'll go ahead and schedule them tonight. But as of right now, I have nothing going on my calendar for next Wednesday. So I'll probably go ahead and do this again because this is fun. My Wednesday nights tend to be, it's halfway through the week, but I feel like I'm always the busiest currently during Friday through Sunday. And like Mondays because that's always when my assignments are due. But Wednesdays are a nice, like kind of more relaxing day after work because yeah, I don't have assignments due on Wednesdays and things like that. So unless I get asked last minute to babysit, I'll go ahead and schedule those sprints for next Wednesday, but plan to come back here in a week to continue reading or to read new books or whatever. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get that set up. That way y'all can set reminders for them. Hopefully staijah, she's not going to be on tonight. There's no way. But hopefully next Wednesday she'll be able to join me. I think she said that she was good for either date because we were trying to figure out when we wanted to do sprints for the book club. And she said that either this or the 19th would work. So hopefully, yeah, she'll be able to hang out next week. I forgot I have to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Gross, but also good for you. I decided to work out this week. I'm going to stick around anyway for the next sprint. I applaud you. I will also be getting up at like 5:20ish, 5:45. I don't know, one of those two theoretically for work. So I feel I'll be going to bed in just a couple hours so I can get a solid night of sleep. But that's awesome for working out. I support you. I have a walk scheduled to go on after work. I've been trying to walk at least a mile 4 or 5 times a week, not including what I just do at work because I do on average do 6 miles a day just at my job. But I try to walk around our apartment complex and get some steps in that way as well after work. Although in an ideal world, I'd be getting up early and doing it before work. But that has yet to happen because I don't get up in time. But maybe someday. All right, y'all. It's 5 past, so we're going to read until 25. And then we'll wrap up for the evening, a short cool down sprint and the night. And I'll chat with y'all in 20 minutes. sprint. Let me know how you did. I got to 25% in my book, and then I just sat on my phone. But I did read probably about 100 pages during these sprints, so that's good. I bought the concert tickets. Very fun. I support that. So exciting. I finished my book. I am a little sad it's over. LOL, I became attached to the Motley crew. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I feel like, yeah, being sad about a book being over is like a good thing, you know? I'm sorry you're sad, but I'm glad it seems that you enjoyed it. Got to 34%. Not sure how I'm feeling so far, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully things do pick up for you, Lorraine. All right, y'all. That was all that I had for tonight's sprints. I am definitely getting sleepy. It is officially dusk outside. It is getting so dark, and I am ready to go to bed. But thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Got to page 115. Thanks, Rylan, for the sprints. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you for joining, Glenda. You too. I have made good progress. I'll finish tomorrow. Good luck with work and working out. And hopefully I'll see y'all again next week. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast for the night. But keep an eye out for sprints to be scheduled next week around the same time. And hopefully I will see y'all